Evelyn to Philip, October 20th, 1944. Dearest Phil, there was no mail this morning, and I'm rather anxious to see if there was any this afternoon. As you may have noted, I'm running this off at the office at closing time. Adele gets smarter every day. This morning, for instance, when I was putting her shoes on, she kicked against the side of our bed and I asked her to stop. When I had asked her 3 times, I turned her over and smacked her tussie. She then said, "Sorry, Mommy, no more." What a kid. October 21st, 1944. I was disappointed once more. Mailless day again. I remember your telling me not to get dejected when and if your mail should be held up, but I know of no logical reason for it at the present time. Most everyone I know has had mail way through October, and I'm unable to get past the first of the month. I'm in a terrible rut, honey, and that's putting it mildly. Only mail from you will break it, too. I miss you keenly, so keenly, Phil. Oh, what's the use? Words just seem to fail me. I'm so horribly empty inside. Winter is taking a firm grip on us, and it is necessary to use the heat often. The only things I have any appetite for these past few weeks is knitting, and as a result, I've nearly completed the pink sweater for Adele. Etta is due to have her baby any day. The baby's name will have to start with the W, and if it's a boy, its name will have to be William after Nat's father. I haven't the slightest idea of what she'll name a girl. I worked my usual 4 hours this morning. After work, I walked down to 7th and South to pick up my dad's suit and coat. It rained all day, but I felt like walking to get some of the restlessness out of me. I shopped for strollers in the meantime, but found nothing that inspired me to buy. They are sky high. Mr. Bellet said he would let me talk to the salesman of the stroller concern when he comes to visit us, and perhaps I can get what I want that way. The only thing is that I may have to wait a long while for it, and that isn't so good. Page 2. I note that the typewriter ribbon is getting very light as compared to the type of our office's machine. I have a new ribbon and will put it on tomorrow, just in case you were about to comment. We had some company this afternoon for a short while. Tante Bosch and Sylvia. Adele says Sylvia, just as you or I would. In fact, she says it more clearly than we do. My brother Seymour was supposed to get home this weekend, but missed out when he went up for his pass. He was too late, and they refused to issue any more Liberty. Oh well, better luck next time. He called the folks, and everyone was very disappointed. Phil, all I can really think about is, when will I have mail from you? Darling, it's bad enough not being able to see or talk to you, and when I fail to receive mail, it only makes you seem that much further from me. Phil, dearest, I love you and want you so much. I'm counting on having mail tomorrow. I mean Monday, and hope I won't be let down this time. And now I'm going to take myself up to bed and try to drown my sunken spirits in sleep. I've even had difficulty getting some sleep all week. Good night, baby, wherever you are. I am and always will be your Ev. Philip to Evelyn, 20 October 1944. Darling Chippy, last night I had completed 4 of these pages to Jack N. when I was called to the orderly room to clear up some records. That took the rest of the evening, so I neither finished Jack's letter nor had time to write to you. Today I took advantage of my pass to finish Jack's letter. After dinner I slept till 11, and now I'm all set to answer your two emails of 9 and 11 October, which arrived yesterday. There was no fresh mail today. Incidentally, sweet, in writing to Jack, I gave him a rough idea as to my plans concerning him, Lenny, and myself. I told him to write to you for the more detailed account, which I sent to you. I'd appreciate it if you don't wait for his request, but send off copies to him and Lenny first chance you get. I want to hear what they have to say about it at the earliest possible date. It's been a miserable rainy day, and I only left the warmth of the log fire in the stove to trudge down to the mess hall for dinner. And I do mean trudge. It was tough and uncomfortable walking in the teeth of the wind-driven rain. But one has to eat, doesn't one, Chippy? On 9 October, you complained that you hadn't received mail for 7 days. I don't understand, sweet, why that was. Page 2, so, 'cause I never missed writing that long. The last lapse of more than a day was 2 weeks ago when I went to London on pass. The rest of your letter was entirely about Adele and her latest doings. From your account, honey, she sure is a cutie. Reading about her demonstration toward Al and your reactions to the little scene kind of made the lump come up for me too. I couldn't help but feel cheated somehow. On the 11th, you informed me that Harry finally landed a job in the Navy Yard. I'm glad of that anyway. Tomorrow I mean to write as many letters as I have time for. Outside of the foregoing, baby, there isn't anything to report, and as I must get ready for tomorrow's inspection, I'll sign off now with all my love for my adored Chippies. My love to all, ever your Phil.